we have finished the book of Joshua. Now we are beginning to read the book of Judges. Yeah. One of the things that we need to understand in the book of Judges is something very important, because now, number one, now Moses is already dead. Joshua is dead. Eleazar is dead. All the big who took the Israelites out of Egypt, most of them were dead in the book of Judges. So here they have entered the promised land. And that is something that is very interesting, because now when they entered the promised land, this is a new chapter. Now we will see and we will witness for ourselves the gods of Canaan, the gods of Canaan that have really, that have oppressed the children of Israel. You can see here they face a different challenge now. They're no longer at war. They now face a different kind of warfare, a spiritual warfare, something different, not what they were used to. They were facing altars that had risen against them. You can see here they ran away from Pharaoh in Egypt. They ran away from people like Balaam of Peor. They ran away from things, but they did not run away from that kind of witchcraft or that kind of doctrine that is showing up every time. So in the book of Judges, you can see, even as it starts, you can see the children of Israel, they are facing a number one, they are facing the Philistines. And I want to make a very interesting fact in the book of Judges. You see, the Philistines at that particular time, even before we start reading the book of Judges, I want to make one point very clear. The Israelites, they did not have that technology of making weapons, but the Philistines were craftsmen, and they were blacksmiths, and they mined iron at that particular time, and they were forging weapons. So from the word go in the book of Judges, you can see that the Israelites, or the children of Israel, they're oppressed, because of course at that particular time they were new in the art of making weapons, or in weaponry, or in manufacture of weapons. It was only the Philistines back in the day who used to make weapons of iron. Even remember, even in the book of First Samuel, during the time of King Saul, he was the only person in Israel, him and Jonathan, who had swords. The rest of the people had to depend on the Philistines for supply of weapons, for sharpening of the weapons, etc. So here we have, or even in the book of Judges now, you can see that the Israelites are under attack now. One of the reasons being, they went against the covenant that they had made at Jeshan, when Joshua, had them, he forced them to make a covenant with him, right? So here we'll start reading the book of Judges. I've made a very nice introduction, and I hope that we will continue reading the book of Judges. So chapter 1. After the death of asked the Lord, who of us is to go up first to fight against the Canaanites? The Lord answered, Judah shall go up. I have given the land into their hands. The men of Judah then said to the Simeonites, their fellow Israelites, come up with us to the territory allocated to us to fight against the Canaanites. We in turn will go with you into yours. So the Simeonites went in with them. When Judah attacked, the Lord gave the Canaanites and the Perizzites into their hands. They struck them down 10,000 at Bezek. It was there they found Adoni-Bezek and fought against him, putting to rout the Canaanites and the Perizzites. Any questions up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Tell me where you're watching me from. We just began reading the book of Judges, and Judges is a very interesting book, and there are 21 chapters in the book of Judges. So if we continue with this speed, by tomorrow I am sure we'll be done with the book of Judges. In the book of Judges, there are many wonderful stories, and I hope that we're going to learn from each story as we continue to build our repository of knowledge. Any questions up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Tell me where you're watching me from, and I'll be more than happy to join you. So I'll be happy if you subscribe. Any questions? Let us continue. Welcome. I can see your name called Ramos. Welcome to this live stream. I'm happy to meet you. Then they caught Adoni-Bezek. Adoni-Bezek fled, but they chased him and caught him, cut off his thumbs and big toes. Then Adoni-Bezek said, 70 kings with their thumbs and big toes cut off have picked up scraps under my table. Now God has paid me back for what I did to them. They brought me to Jerusalem, and he died there. The men of Judah attacked Jerusalem also and took it. They took the city to the sword and set it on fire. Any questions up to there? After that, Judah went down to fight against the Canaanites living in the hill country, the Negev, and the western foothills. They advanced against the Canaanites living in Hebron, formerly called Kiriath Arba, and defeated Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai. From there, they advanced against the people living in Debir, called Kiriath Sefer. And Caleb said, I will give my daughter to Achsah in marriage to the man. I will give my daughter Achsah in marriage to the man who attacks and captures Kiriath Sefer. Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, took it, so Caleb gave his daughter Achsah to him in marriage. One day, when he came to Othniel, he urged him to ask her father for a field. When she got off her donkey, Caleb asked her, what can I do for you? She said, do me a special favor, since you give me also springs of water. So Caleb gave her the upper and the lower springs. Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? I can see somebody called Octavia. Octavia, welcome to this live stream. I'm very happy to be here this morning. I can see somebody called I don't know. Okay, welcome. Have you subscribed to the channel? Kindly subscribe to the channel, and that way I'll be able to follow you anywhere. Okay, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Don't go without subscribing. Once subscribe and but goodbye. Subscribe and get to know how we are doing every day, because we'll be streaming every day. I want you to follow our progress. We're reading the scripture in 60 days. In just 60 days, we are reading the scripture. You can imagine So in January and February, I want us to finish. I want us to finish reading the book of the entire scripture, both Old and New Testament. I want to clarify both Old and New Testament. Will be reading the scripture in goodbye in 60 days. All right. So we have to. Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. I'm reading my scripture. We're in the book of Judges. What a wonderful time. And I'm sure by tomorrow we'll be somewhere in First Samuel. We'll be in First Samuel. This is wonderful. Any questions up to there? Kindly ask me a question as ask me your questions. Ask me your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer you. What time is it? It is 4:30, 4:20 in the morning. Ask me your questions, and I will be more than happy to answer you. I think we have streamed for 1 hour. I think that is enough for today, right? That's enough for today. So if we go, I think that is enough for today. We can continue streaming tomorrow and finish. Probably we'll finish the book of the book of Judges tomorrow. And what else? Once we finish reading, we'll start reading the book of First Samuel. Hopefully, by the weekend, we'll be somewhere. All right. Any questions up to there? Where are you from? I'm very sleepy. Tomorrow, I will continue reading. Okay. So let's continue tomorrow. Okay. All right. Arrivederci.